Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Shireen Kapoor and today I'm gonna tell you one of the most asked questions, and that is, Shireen, what is the best way to network in Dubai? Now everybody knows networking, Urf called Wasta. It's a very big thing here in Dubai. A lot of people don't believe it, but it's like any other part of the world, and it should be like that because you see, referral business is the best form of business as well. Even when I'm into business or when I was in Canada, I used to feel the same. I was an immigrant there, I moved from there to here, so I can very easily tell you that it's like any other part of the world, and I enjoy it honestly. But you should know that not to waste your time. There's a lot of things that are like not your core business. That's not what your ask is, that's not what you're looking into. So बहुत लोग कहेंगे LinkedIn पे कर लो, ऐसे कर लो, वैसे कर लो. I don't think that works. I will tell you what worked for me, exactly a blueprint formula. And if this helps, do hit the like button, do share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll try to make more such valuable content wherein I share my personal experiences with my YouTube family. So first things first, nobody judges my YouTube background today because I'm not in my official setting. I'm at my home, and I thought that this is like currently I'm going through this phase of my life when I have just moved my entire mentally I've moved myself to another place. Earlier I was traveling back and forth to Canada, and I still travel for my work, but essentially now, if you call my base space after my kid, it's Dubai. And there are certain reasons to it, and I've spoken about that in my other vlogs. But what I'm trying to tell you here is that I'm in that phase of my life wherein I'm trying to build a career. I'm also a new mom, and I'm also setting up my business. Like, not setting up, I would say I've already set up long time back, but I'm establishing now hardcore in this Dubai market. And what am I doing? So firstly, I'll tell you what is my business. Okay, so from there you will understand what is the blueprint I'm following, and this is I'm making for you guys. So understanding my business, what will it essentially do is it will rule out the fact that how do I do what I do, right? So firstly, we have me and my husband, we have three companies here in UAE. We have a management and an immigration company primarily. We have essentially another company which is a Ace Capital, which is a real estate company. We do investment advisory. Third is the legal consultancy, which is my core business for myself. I mean, because I'm, as you know, I'm a lawyer, and my legal consultancy is the business I network most for, because this is a business that is, I know, hard. My core is that I know this, so I am able to talk to people about it. I'm able to navigate people through this. I'm able to know my ask. So it's very important, firstly, to know your ask. What is your ask? Second is what circle you are networking in, right? Now, there in Dubai, you will find that there are all kind of groups. There is people who are just having startups, people who are in jobs looking out for other jobs, people who are in that luxury sector or high-end sector, wherein all these things are, they have a different conversation, they have a different vibe, and that is, I would say, not tough to crack, but that is not for everybody as well. So you need to know, just the fact that you are networking by way of FOMO doesn't make any sense. Waste your time, don't waste your money. That is all it will do. So knowing your product, what you want to pitch, even if it's yourself, knowing which circle to get into, and knowing the exact I would say the exact quantity of time you want to spend on networking. Primarily, networking as a business owner should not be your only source of lead generation, should not be your only source of referral. It is just a part which is ongoing. It's like you are cooking it simultaneously. You don't have to rely on it completely. Don't think that something will happen overnight. It is just something by way you, if you consider it as building something, it's just by that way you are building something. And that's what I consider networking. I consider networking a lifelong strategy. By the way, I used to hate it. Honestly, I never enjoyed it. I'm such a person who just enjoys doing work. But as a business owner, this is one of the first thing I had to get over, because I'm also an entrepreneur, and for entrepreneurs there's no excuse. For me, there should be no excuse of not going out, not meeting people, not delegating work. All this I have to do, and this is what I've been doing. So when I'm able to delegate some work in my office, I'm able to also take out or stretch out some time out of my calendar for networking. And not that I'm saying I attend all the networking events, because guys, Dubai has it all. Like, you will have paid networking events, unpaid networking events, game events which are like networking, badminton happening, beachside events happening, luxury events happening, fashion shows happening, again DIFC financial shows happening. So you should know what is the kind of time and what is the kind of circle you want to be in, what is that it is coming very naturally to you. Don't pretend, because networking won't help in pretend. The second thing I learned, which is primarily after all these points, I don't know if it's second point now or I've crossed many points, but yeah, just to let you guys know that the major thing that I've learned from my journey, whether in Canada or in Dubai, is the fact that networking only is helpful if you are also open to give referrals. Now, givers gain is a concept, and that is the concept networking will actually work on. But guys, don't I would say, if it's come naturally to you, then you will be able to happy to connect X person to Y person, because it's not your room, you don't want to make money out of it, it's just like a referral that you're doing, and it's fine, it's absolutely okay. It will just take 5 minutes of your day to actually take out some time and give business to people, because when others are successful, it's true, the universe will manifest and you will too become successful. Honestly, I believe in this. I never used to do it, because I used to think that why should I waste my time, because I'm already so busy with learning new things, running a business, having employees, paying out salaries, managing expenses, just day-to-day things. But then I realized that in the larger picture, if you see, what is life if you are not helping out people whom you can actually help? I think YouTube was one of my sources wherein I started helping fellow lawyers move to Canada. But that was my instinct. It was my instinct. It came natural to me. And so if it comes natural to you, it will be much more organic. The reach will be much more better. It will be so much a naturalized process that you will also start enjoying networking. Also, I feel that networking should be combined with something you love, like maybe a games activity, maybe some social night, maybe beachside play. A lot of people go for beachside volleyball or go for swimming, or they have walking groups here, marathon groups here. If you are into those activities, good. If you are not, then there are also breakfast networking events, which are brunches networking event. Now, I would say, depending on the sector that you're targeting, try to do networking in that particular sector. Stay focused. If you're out of focus, then guys, there's no point, because your ask will be missed, right? And if you attend big companies like big networking events like BNI, etc., then being regular, being consistent, being hardcore networker, being able to project your business, and just being regularly out there, that's very important. And then LinkedIn, when you talk about LinkedIn, for me, I would say LinkedIn, okay, to get some time from some people who are able to give meeting time to you, makes sense. But then I feel that LinkedIn, all my inbox is crowded with messages. I sometimes miss so many messages. So for me also, my podcast worked a lot. So for that's where I connect with people on LinkedIn. If I find somebody interesting for my podcast, I call that person to my podcast studio, and I do host podcast, and I network with people, then their people, their audience, because we cannot not be on social media in today's world, right? So for me, this is also one very key point, that online presence combined, like maybe perfect combination with online presence is absolutely important. And these are some of the rough points that I have. I maybe have more detailed points, but I'm giving you guys out the details. But if you think of from a standalone point, if I think it from a bird eye view, I think what I would do, again, if I have to do it all over again, I would have a combination of three things. networking for which is a slow process, gradual process, referrals. And then I would also create my brand, start my brand from day one, and I'm not missing on to this. I'm really working on this as well. And third thing is that if you are using LinkedIn as a platform, then physical meetings for link from LinkedIn, because if somebody is giving me time on LinkedIn, I wouldn't want to have the whole conversation on phone or Zoom, because even Zoom doesn't have that feel here. A lot of people prefer meeting here. The economy is such, culture is such, 200 nationalities, right? So you need to be culturally sensitive towards so many people, and you need to understand, you need to enjoy cultures, you need to just be like a metro global person in this small city. But again, it's a booming city, it's got many opportunities. Now is the land of opportunities. People feel that there are opportunities only in one two sectors. No, it's a diversified economy, it's growing. And when you're part of something which is growing, I think that's, you are in making of history. That's very important. And if you're an entrepreneur, this is an entrepreneur's economy, I would say. There are a lot of support things that you get, a lot of support, government initiatives. And honestly, networking will also require something that I want to add here is networking will require some amount of expense from your pocket. But that, having said that, if you are a visionary, that should not pinch you, because in the long term, relationships are the best kind of things you are investing in, besides investing in yourself. So your marketing and your relationships, be that driven that you are investing in both of them simultaneously, and you're not hesitant to. Don't be like a small person thinking small. Think large, think big, and think 5 years ahead from now. So that is where I think networking plays a role. But don't waste your time networking with everybody and anybody, because no, honestly, not everybody is for you, right? So just be in your circle so that you enjoy it also, and it's not a temporary phase. And that's what I do. I network with my legal network group, peers and colleagues in legal network, peers and colleagues in real estate industry. I enjoy that, and I have a very big networking group on my WhatsApp as well, which is actually managed by me. So just imagine, in some time I'm able to get hold of that community. I'm building a community, and that is what I enjoy. If you also want to be part of it, just DM me or put it in the comment section. I'll share the link. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Do hit the like button, share and subscribe with your family, friends.